with Six Pack Sarah, your independent Scentsy consultant. Although today I'm coming to you with something that is not even Scentsy. I'm coming to you with Lavender Speckles today. She's got her little chicken on her box. It's so cute. And because she has chickens, and two of them are named Lavender and Speckles. I think that's what it is. Anyway, so I've been trying her wax for about a year now and have liked it. So I got another small order. Her package is really pretty. Beth and Matt are the owners. Well, it says Beth is the owner, but her husband Matt helps her a lot, of Lavender and Speckles. And again, she's got her little chicken. She puts a Bible verse on everything she does. So that is one of the reasons I really enjoy purchasing from her. I really appreciate that she is strong in her faith and willing to do that, and that people love and respect her from all walks of life, whether they agree with her on that or not. She has a cute thank you note, and then there's wax melting instructions or tips on the back, so that's nice. Today she included a sticker with a Bible verse, which is perfect. I'll add that to something of mine. And then cute Easter themed paper. So the reason I originally got into Lavender and Speckles is because I found out she has a line of Gilmore Girls inspired scents. They're nothing to do with the official Gilmore Girls franchise, but scents that seem fun to her and her customers. So I wanted to try out some of those last year, and that was fun. And then I saw she does all the Bible verse stuff, so I stuck with her. And I just placed a decent sized order with her for a custom order. Because every so often you can get on and kind of make your own blends or pick whatever you want. Because in the vendor world, there's a lot of scents available, but then they're only offered whenever the vendor chooses to offer them. But she does a few custom spots that you can pick whatever blends are on the list and get how much you want, but you have to get a larger quantity. So I was choosing those scents that I wanted to order in a little bit larger quantity, and then she did this pre-order, and there was pie crust on there that I really wanted to try, her pie crust that I've heard really good things about. I realized though I didn't want to get a large quantity of it, I just wanted to try it. So I went ahead and did a small order here so I could kind of see some of these ones in a small amount to save a little money in the long run, but then get a couple more blends. Anyway, so each box has a sample, and she included Words of a Gentleman. The recent inspired line she did was based on Pride and Prejudice, which I didn't try any of those scents, but this is from that line. Words of a Gentleman has notes of By the Fireplace, which is, I believe, Bath & Body Works type, Cashmere Cedar, and Marshmallow Fireside. That's not really up my alley usually, but I do like Bath & Body Works Marshmallow Fireside and some smoky notes, but often cedar kind of throws me off. So we will see how I feel about that. I would say it's sweet compared to the other cedars I have smelled. But it does have, I can tell it's cedar. But I think I will like it, at least with just the two shapes. So she was known for these bunch shapes, and I usually cut a shape in half and put one in two different warmers, and that works for me. But you could just do the whole shape. But I think my entire order is not shapes. I don't remember if she offered shapes in a small amount for this pre-order, but she started doing clamshells similar to what Scentsy does, and snap bars. So I have those two items in here, and those are a little bit smaller quantity, which is nice. She also includes packing grass. If you have kids, do you do the Easter grass and the Easter baskets? I hated it even as a kid, so I refused to get it for my kids. This kind of reminds me of it, but it's less annoying because it's paper instead of the plasticky grass. Okay, so I picked strawberries and fresh baked bread, which is yummy strawberry pound cake, fresh sweet strawberries blended with fresh baked bread. Sounds like a fresh scent, but also a yummy scent. And then her Bible verse is 2 Corinthians 9, verse 15. Yep. I did try the bread and butter scent. I think I did it when I ordered in the summer, which came in the fall. And it's taken a while, but it's grown on me to have a bread scent. I would say I was going to say I can't tell if it's strawberry to begin with, because it's kind of masked by the bread, or it's almost pretzel-y bread. But then when I really think about it, I can tell it's strawberry. Sometimes when I smell the bread scents, I can like taste salt. Like that's how it just makes my tongue think I'm tasting salt. Yeah, I think I wanted the bread and butter to be sweeter because it has like a honey butter note to it, but I think this is sweeter, so I think I will actually like that quite a bit. And it's not super strong on the strawberry, which made me a little nervous to try, but I think that'll be really good. We also picked cake. I really like bakery and cake scents, in case you haven't figured that out yet. It is strawberries, pound cake, pumpkin, pecans, waffles, and birthday cake, which technically I think means it's strawberry pound cake, pumpkin, pecan, waffles, and birthday cake. So those are like the 3 cakes. And the verse on this one is Proverbs 3, verse 5. Yep, that's sweet like cake. So first I just smell like cake. And then I think, ooh, there's something a little fall in here, which would be the pumpkin pecan waffles. The strawberry pound cake, I can sort of smell, but it's definitely not obviously strawberry pound cake. And I literally just did her strawberry pound cake yesterday in our main space, and it smelled very good. It smelled very sweet and cakey, and in fact, at first I thought it might be a little strawberry yogurt leaning, which my husband does not like. But then I re-entered the room, or actually I re-entered the house, and I went, oh, it smells like I'm baking cake for real. So I did readjust my brain, and it smelled more like cake than yogurt, which is good. By this morning, it was more really sweet cake rather than cake and strawberry, but it was still really good. It probably lasted 18 hours, I would say, that I could smell it decently. And I did like half of one of these clamshells because I have way too many warmers in that room, but so I did like 1 cube in 3 different warmers, and that was plenty for my space, which is good. Let's see, I picked berry pie, which is strawberry pound cake. See a theme here? Strawberry pound cake, blueberry cobbler, and pie crust. This one made me a little nervous because of the blueberry cobbler, because sometimes blueberry and I don't get along, but other times I do love it. Again, the Bible verse on this is Proverbs 3, verse 5. I would say the strawberry pound cake definitely saves the blueberry. I do smell blueberry, and it kind of reminds me of like the blueberry muffin mix you can get from the store, but sweeter because of the pound cake. Yeah, so I can tell there's strawberry and blueberry in there. I don't specifically detect a pie crust note, but blackberry jam, cookie, cornbread. This is blackberry jam, butter cookies blended with honey cornbread. And I've heard a lot of people like blackberry jam butter cookies, but I don't know. I've never smelled that. And then honey cornbread as well. The verse on this is Hebrews 13, verse 8. Okay, I think the honey is coming out really strong for me. Which in theory I like honey, but so far when I've tried it in wax, it hasn't been my favorite. Okay, I can smell the blackberry now. I think I was hoping more of the actual cornbread would come out, where I'm getting more of the honey part instead. But anyway, this will depend on how it warms for me. Sometimes these scents just get too overwhelming for my senses, and sometimes they end up mellowing out and being good. Okay, so they're wrapped up in bubble wrap to keep these snap bars safe and from breaking, which is very, very nice. So I picked pie crust and frosted lemon pound cake. I'll start with frosted lemon pound cake because this is one I got last year in my first order, which I started enjoying more as time went on. Yeah, so the lemon in it, you know how when you go into like a public rest area and they have like the lemon like air sprays? That's the kind of lemon that it reminds me of. Like, it's not an actual cleaner lemon, but it's designed for making a space smell clean. So at first I was very thrown off by the scent. I was like, do I like it? I don't know. But then definitely as I was using up my first bag of it, which was 6 of those little shapes I showed you before, I was missing it, so I grabbed some. Yeah, I think this, so let me grab the sheet. On the order slip, it says warm them after a certain date, and this is after May 8th, which is my birthday, so that'll be my birthday present to myself. Yeah, so she says to wait a while to warm them just to make sure they've cured long enough and kind of mellowed into themselves. But for this one, I might even wait till like midsummer to try, because my last one I liked better when I waited. But the more I smell it, it's pretty yummy. But anyway, it's a whole snap bar, so if I just want to do a little bit and then save the rest, I could. I thought that would be fun, though, to just break off those pieces. And then I don't have to chop anything. That's very nice. Okay, so the last one I got is pie crust. And this is a blend of warm spice, cedar, and lemon leaf with hints of smoky incense. Didn't know pie crust would have cedar and incense. Wait, I remember there was a different one where she said the label was printed different. I don't think there's any incense in here. I really have no expectations of what pie crust should smell like. It smells sweet, but it's sweet and buttery. Okay. Yeah, so everyone loves the pie crust. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people do. It's bringing me back to my childhood, I think. Okay, thanks for sniffing with me. I wanted to give you my first initial impressions on Lavender and Speckles pre-order scents that I had only smelled one of before. So they're pretty new to me. Thanks for sticking with me as you saw my thoughts on these scents. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you are already a Lavender and Speckles fan, or maybe you've never heard of them or Vendor Wax. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Lavender and Speckles and her white wax. Thank you. Bye.